Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cookies Enabled. I am Will, your host. And next to me here is Andrew, my editor and host as well. And today we are bringing you some really cool news that we found out throughout the week here and some funny memes as well, so it's not all serious. Trying to have a little bit of fun with you guys. Now, I did get any emails this week about pumpkins. I know we talked about that last week, and I did check. But again, if you guys are still doing pumpkin contests, send us in some pictures of what you guys have done, or post on any of our Instagram feeds, and we'll see what I can find. But yes, so far, we did get a new episode out this week as well. We had the geocaching random daily discovery episode out as well. If you don't know what geocaching is, definitely check out that one. It's a pretty funny episode as well, especially at the end. Definitely stay to the end because, yeah, it gets pretty funny. A lot of mess ups. Anyway, so we got some awesome news for you guys today. I got to make sure my audio settings are right because I did not check that originally. It looks like you guys should be able to hear me. You should be able to hear Andrew. Everything's looking good so far. That's wonderful news. Okay, SpaceX. Wow, we got a lot of SpaceX news today. Holy moly.
I will say at the beginning, you're probably going to hear a bit of commotion behind me.
Uh-oh.
Especially at the beginning. We're feeding the dogs right now.
Oh, okay.
They're puppies.
Puppy dogs.
One of them. That's Gypsy.
Kitty.
With lighting upstairs today, everybody's gone, so I had the ability to do so.
Very cool.
And it's for them, so you're going to hear a little bit back there. But they're all fantastic dogs.
And we are big animal fans here on the show, that is for sure. And
just spilled my coffee.
uh-oh. Already got a problem. As usual.
It's what happens. That's the risk of filming upstairs with a bunch of dogs.
With live animals, right?
Yep.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Oh yes.
But they're all wonderful and we love them and
absolutely.
Give them. Anyway, so yeah, SpaceX news. We finally get some more stuff happening from them.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Well, we got 2 missions coming up soon. They've got a cargo mission, I believe, with some satellite coming up soon, as well as this weekend we have our first, well, technically our 4th crew launch.
Right.
So this would be crew 3. The first one obviously was the test.
Right.
So that was the first one. Second and third went flawlessly. We learn in a moment, not quite flawlessly.
Almost.
Mission went well, but apparently they had some issues with their toilet.
Oh.
And there's a tube that connects. Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to wipe off this coffee while we're talking. There is a toilet system in Crew Dragon. Obviously, you have to when you're going to be up there for several days. We've developed a lot of that before for other missions for NASA, but this one had a leak. There is
a leaky toilet in space. I can only imagine the problems. I'm gonna try to pull up this website for you guys here.
Crew Dragon is designed. The leak did not get into the crew compartment, but the tube that carries the urine down into its containment that leaked, and underneath the floor of Crew Dragon basically just started spilling everybody's piss.
Wow.
Underneath.
Yeah, not a good thing to have happen.
Well, they were originally concerned because in space missions that is treated with a chemical, I believe called oxone or something like that. They were afraid that might start to corrode some of the aluminum underneath, which is understandable, concern when you're a capsule orbiting Earth.
Right.
But luckily, they did some tests on Earth, realized no, there's a very low chance of anything corroding, especially to the point of failing. Right. So we're good to go, but just to be safe, they did redesign that system for this crew mission and subsequent ones. So now it's well in place in one piece. Nice. They're hoping we don't have an issue. So I'm sure they probably smelled something,
right?
Or maybe they, I don't know. I mean, it's a sealed environment, but still safety and comfort are two concerns. So they wanted to make sure. But they fixed those and they're launching within, I want to say it's the 31st at about 2:20
Hmm.
a.m. So hopefully I'm going to try to stay up and watch that.
Right. That would be
'Cause,
cool. Yeah.
uh,
Unfortunately, I gotta sleep.
and missions from SpaceX never get old.
Right. Oh my
They really
gosh.
don't.
Right. Yeah. I just played that little clip it for you guys. This is on the website of the article that he's talking about right now. And these clips, they didn't have any good pictures or images or videos or anything of the incident that we're talking about. So that's why I don't have much to show you guys. But they have these really cool clips on here. We're just showing a couple of launches and whatnot as well. So you got to see that too. But yeah,
No, they got that going. We're getting ready for a static fire of Sen 20 as
right,
well. Again, that's going to take a bit of time because they did the ignition test, but that was with only 2 Raptors.
right.
So they have to install, I believe, 27 more. Yeah, 27 more, I believe.
Wow.
So that's going to take a bit.
Jiminy crickets.
Once, though, we'll have a good test.
Right.
And hopefully shortly after that we'll have the launch. That's the final preparation, is that static
Final
fire.
static fire test all the engines. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Well, they may not do a static fire of all 27 just because that much thrust. I don't
Right.
know if it would affect their launch clamps or not. I'll have to look into that. But again, we're getting closer and closer to that. We got a crew launch soon.
Right.
We are seeing some progress. We're seeing some things happen. I'm honestly excited.
Yeah, me too. That is really exciting news, actually, because I mean, it's been real kind of slow progress as it usually is. I mean, considering how quickly they're throwing these things together, they've been real slow on the tests and making sure that they've really covered all their bases engineering-wise before they even run a test. So that way everything's quite a bit more successful, and that has actually seemed to be true. It seems like everything they've done so far has been nothing but a success. I mean, minor issues here and there, but nothing as extreme as most people are used to. So or hearing about. So I think that's gone really well. I got that SpaceX Crew 3 mission, and this is the group that'll be going up. I had those pictures up here for you guys so you can see them too. And again, we're going to have all these posted down in the links if you guys want to check out these articles and do a little more digging in there. Because again, these are really, really interesting stories. And they go way, way in depth on the facts into these stories. Just kind of breezing through one of them. I was like, oh, the toilet one's really interesting, actually. So I'll definitely go back and watch or read that one later. But yeah, really cool stuff. Let's see, we got some really interesting memes. Now you gave us 2 this time. I've only got 1 for us. Mine's a little bit more nostalgic, I think. But let's start with yours, Andrew, because yours were a lot funnier. So I'll pull up the first one here. Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. So it's hot ants in Disney versus hot ants in Star Wars.
Yep.
And this is so appropriate for so many ways because I know you've all noticed it because I know I've noticed it too. I'm like, what's going on, Disney? what's the realisticness of this? Because Star Wars, I think it really aces it with the skeleton. Especially the smoldering fire. Like, vast difference.
Kind of Aunt May from Spider-Man as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's.
Yeah, you take Aunt May and you take her from the old lady to the hot lady. Where did that go? Where'd that come from? Because I'm pretty sure I remember Aunt May being the old granny sitting in her chair with her tea or whatever. She was never the hot one. What is happening here?
In the newer Spider-Man, this new Spider-Verse, and what they've done, they took it, I think, back to more what I personally felt it should have been. I mean, Andrew Garfield was fine. What's his name was fine, but they looked way too old to be high schoolers, which Spider-Man be like a sophomore, junior, or something like that. I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Alan pull it up, and so naturally, you think about it, a lot of the family is going to be a little younger.
Right. Right. And it makes totally sense. It really does. I get that, but I mean, it was kind of a drastic change where she's like in her late 20s, early 30s or something. I'm like, wait a minute now.
At the end of the day, when it comes to hotness, Aunt Beru from Star Wars definitely takes the cake. When you're charred remains, you can't really be any more hot on the temperature scale.
That's true. I mean, maybe lava is the next way to go, but it's pretty much as hot as you're gonna get there. Like, it's just total bone charring. I love it. Oh my god. Okay, and you got one more here for us, which was really funny. It says, "Hi,
if anybody
I'm Thor."
remembers these intros, for Star Wars, you'll get. I hope you get.
Oh my
this.
God. Yeah, I seriously love this one. This one is the hello, I'm Thor, and you're watching Disney Channel. It's got a little heart.
The logo. Yep.
Oh my God, I love this. This is perfect. I mean, again, what is even happening in this picture? It looks like the, I mean, it looks like the lightning bolt's kind of twirling around in the air, but it just happens to make a heart shape. And they freaking used to do this when we were kids, you know, the Disney Channel, and they were like, you're watching the Disney Channel. And I don't know, did anybody else wonder why they were telling you what you're watching? Because you already knew what you were watching. You're watching it. I mean, so why do I need a voiceover telling me I'm also watching that channel? That's like them telling you, by the way, you're watching the Weather Channel. You know what I mean? Like, didn't you already tune into the channel to get the weather? So why do I need to be reminded of that? I don't know. They literally call it the Weather Channel. So I mean, I guess that's almost as blatant as the Disney Channel.
You start thinking Disney, 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 and next time you turn on the TV, what are you going to want to watch? Disney.
Nothing Disney.
It's designed to keep people watching as possible, so the advertisers make the most money.
No, and I totally get that. It actually does work, and a lot of advertisers do that. You know, and it's like, stay tuned to the Disney Channel and blah blah blah. And yeah, so that's one thing you won't see us do here at Cookies Enabled is stay tuned. Not gonna do that to you. Like, no, I mean you can please stay tuned, but you know. Okay, no, mine was a little different here. Mine says it was a picture of this mother helping this group of children try to beat this level on the original Game Boy. And so it says, a mom helping her kids beat a hard level in Super Mario Land in the 1990s. And this is legitimate. Like, I gotta scroll up a little bit here so you guys can see the bottom, because there is another quote as well that says, this is a Renaissance painting, which is it's pretty much true at this point in time. I don't know if I have even seen, like, can parents even help kids with video games these days? Hey, Mom, I need help with Fortnite. Like,
okay, I don't know about these days.
you know,
but
like, you see the correlation there? Because back then we were doing Tetris and Super Mario Land, and, you know, games that almost anybody could pick up and play. They're practically Pong. You know what I'm saying? Like,
quick story about that. I don't know about today, especially like PC games, maybe console games are a little different. But when Andy was growing up and playing Ocarina of Time,
okay,
he needed his mom's help. Now he is deathly terrified of spiders.
Oh.
And what's one of the things you run into? Spider.
Yeah.
Sculpture. There was a point where he had to have his mom go through a level.
Right.
There was a specific time where you wouldn't see it, but once you walked further enough far into the level, it would trigger.
Oh, it like drops down on you.
Yeah, and he couldn't do it as a kid, so he
got his mom to do the level for him, huh?
She had to figure out the N64 controls, so she could, even for 10 seconds, walk forward enough so it came down and kill it. So yeah, parents. No, I think that's the thing.
That is a thing. Apparently, it's still so. It's not necessarily Renaissance. We're getting there. Give it another 20 years.
My dad still plays Galaga and Galaxian.
Right.
To this day,
Right.
they have an N64 and they play some of these old arcade games that they were probably in their 30s or 40s when they came out and had some experience with. I played Pac-Man with my dad. That's fun.
So fun. Oh my gosh, yeah. That's actually one of my favorites. There was a couple of special editions that came out a couple of years ago that I just lost my mind playing for hours. But yeah, absolutely love me some Pac-Man. That's one of my all-time favorites. That reminds me of Atari. We had that and a few random games. But yeah, really fun, really cool. So thank you to all those moms out there helping us beat those games. Because I know that's not very much fun for you guys probably either. But yeah, so speaking of video games, we got some interesting news out of Warner Brothers Studios. So they have put together a gaming team trying to knock off Super Smash Brothers, which I know seems like a really big feat because we all know how amazing Super Smash Brothers is. Here is some footage of the most recent one that just came out on the Switch. So it's doing great. Apparently this is probably one of the best, and I think they've said this is probably the last one that they are making potentially. And I think they've said this in the past. I swear they said that with the GameCube one or the Wii. There was one that came out in the past like, this is going to be the last one, guys. We're not making any more of these.
Well, say that. In 2005, Cher said that was her farewell concert, and she so
Oh wow, yeah, no, not not really what's going on there. Oh, pardon me. But yeah, so apparently, they're gonna put together this version of Super Smash Brothers, and some of the characters that they have listed include Batman and Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
okay.
So, what is going on here? I mean, how badly do we need another Smash Brothers game in the first place? And technically, why do we need one that has Shaggy of all people in it? But technically, this game may also include Gandalf, which would be so cool if you could be Gandalf and have the staff and the beard and fighting Batman and Shaggy. I mean, like, is the whole Scooby-Doo gang gonna be there with him? Is that like a special move? Like they come out and scare the ghosts away or something, or
Beat you to
unmask
death.
you? I don't know.
No, I think beat you to death with a giant uneatable sandwich.
They'd probably just run away, like run off the screen, animation-wise or something. You know, like do 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 do. You know, because I mean, what are you gonna do? Batman versus Shaggy. What superpowers does Shaggy have? The ability to solve crazy mysteries and eat a ton of munchies? I don't. How is
I
that
think what sucks is that this isn't actual Smash Bros. Because I would love to see both of those characters
in
in the
Smash
real
Bros?
game. I don't care if they're not video game characters. I would like to see Shaggy in a Smash Bros. That would
Yes,
just be fun.
yes, that is exactly it. I think. I mean, imagine fighting like Pikachu versus Gandalf. I mean, how cool would that be? You both freaking shoot lightning bolts
You
and.
have to what's happening.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, puppy dog.
Dogs, everybody.
Yeah, so I really think this could become like a slight fad. I think people will definitely be interested in this game. I'd like to see the full character list. If it's only going to be like 10 or 15 characters, then they got a lot of work to do, because especially because you're comparing it to a game like Super Smash Brothers that has what, like 30 some characters. I mean, you've got a vast library to choose from in the Smash Bros games now. I mean, compared to what when we were kids, it was maybe 12 to 15 characters. You would had to unlock more as you'd go, and they were not easy to unlock, or no cheat codes and crap. And again, nothing like it
You said
was today. And so I can't hear you at all.
this was Warner Brothers?
Yeah, so Warner Brothers is actually putting this together, and I
Okay,
got two
that
articles to back this one up because it was really weird. So
this better include some of the cast from Animaniacs.
yeah, I guess it could. There's another list here. This one was posted, I guess, on their Twitter, and it says they are including Tom and Jerry, Rick and Morty, Gandalf, Superman, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, Batman, Bugs Bunny,
Everybody.
other characters as well. The list goes on. So they've definitely thought this through. Steven Universe is on there. Um,
I'll give it a I'll give it a shot.
yeah, this actually sounds like it could be a heck of a lot of fun. They even have a screenshot that I didn't even notice it before. Let me pull this up for you guys to see here. I'll zoom in on it so you can see it a little bit better here. And let me pull this up on the site here, web view. Okay, it's loading Twitter.
Because I feel like that'd be fun.
Yeah. So here's the picture. As you can see here, here's Superman, here's Batman, Wonder Woman, Gandalf, here's Jerry and Tom, Shaggy, the Adventure Twin guys. I always forget their names, sorry guys. There's
From Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, you got them all on here. I mean, that's a pretty good character list right there, but still, again, vastly smaller compared to what you're talking about with Super Smash Bros. And there's also no mention of like what your special character moves are going to be or anything like that. But definitely,
I feel like
definitely a Warner Brothers multiverse kind of thing going on here. Definitely going to have to retweet this for everybody here, just so you guys can see it, because it's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. So hopefully that's something you guys are interested in. Let us know in the comments. Maybe I'll talk about that more once I hear more information. I don't normally dive into rumors, but again, they are spitting this out right from the source, right on their Twitter. This isn't from like some random Joe Schmo. I found this in the garbage or whatever, and this is proof. No, it wasn't. This isn't total rumor. This is like rumors coming out of the actual source of the game's creator. So of course it's they've got images and stuff to back it up. It's not a rumor. It's fact, you know. So that's cool, and we love that here on the show. So not all rumors are fake. Good to know. I think you had one more thing for us here. Excuse me so much. This is a little bit of drone fun that Andrew found for us that is hilarious. Now, I do have the sound playing for you guys. This might be a little loud. I'm so sorry. Hopefully we don't run into an infringement here. I'm sorry, say again?
Let's let it play and then we'll talk about it. They have to hear it all.
Cooper, there's no point in using our fuel to
Analyze the Endurance's spin.
Cooper, what are you doing?
Docking.
Endurance rotation is 67, 68 RPM.
Okay, get ready to match our spin with the retro thrusters.
It's not possible.
No, it's necessary. Case, you ready?
Ready. Cooper, this is no time for caution.
Stars, you ready to engage the docking mechanism?
I need 3 degrees starboard, Cooper. We are
and hoping
lined up.
Initiating spin!
Come on, Tars.
There's a big we can.
I really don't. TikTok is public, and we're not dissing the
We are locked, Cooper.
Easing out!
We're having fun. So there you go.
It
That's the
is.
video. I'll let this replay. I'm gonna mute it this time around though.
It's a fun scene. It's weirdly when I saw this, it was shared on Facebook, and there was going on about, well, that's one way to do it, but you could have just used a ladder.
Right.
That's not the point. Of course, you could have just used a ladder. This person, if they have the mental capabilities and creativity
Right.
to hook a light bulb to a drone with a wine cork
Yes.
and do this to screw it in, they know how to use a ladder. It's for fun and it matches up with the movie perfectly.
Yes, it really does. I mean, it's hilarious because if you've seen the movie, if you haven't, definitely take a watch because it's a great one. I want to say that's on Paramount Plus, I think, right now.
So
It's either
we'll have to.
it's on one of
check
them.
that.
I'm sorry, guys. It might be
You
HBO
can-
Max actually. I always seem to get those two mixed up. I don't know why.
I rent it on YouTube too. That's
Yes.
what I do. Is if I can't find it anywhere
Well, the
else.
quality's way better usually.
But again, I mean, I've seen a lot of first-person drone videos, and that's insane how they fly those. I don't get that.
The precision that this guy had in this video is amazing because it's not as easy as it looks by far.
Well, they have drone races
Yeah.
in indoor courses, and it's basically like pod racing.
It is. It's
from
just
Star
like
Wars.
pod racing. Well, kind of.
And, like it's the closest we're ever gonna get, I think, in our lifetimes at
Right.
least.
So yeah, very cool.
But this to me, it's like the precision to rotate around an axis, but not centered, just without breaking the bulb or screwing up. How many times did that take for them to get it right?
Yeah,
A lot.
I can't even count. Probably way too many. Oh man. Well, I have one more topic for you guys today that is a little bit more serious. We're talking about cancer, and it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I kind of had to hit on cancer somewhere this month, and I found two actually really great articles out of Israel, of all places, that has made a major breakthrough. Now, this has not been done in any human trials yet, unfortunately, so we're probably about 10 to 15 years out from any kind of practical drug to be hitting the market. So unfortunately, this is a ways away. But in mice alone, it has shown a massive improvement, specifically with tumor cells. And this is actually a type of polymer, and they haven't really specified exactly what that is. So polymers are plastics, for those of you that don't know. And they're not necessarily going to hurt you if you get injected or you eat some plastic. Your body doesn't process it or do anything with it. Usually just passes it through. And that's why this is kind of a novel idea, because it's not really going to gum you up or anything. You know what I mean? So, and these are nanoparticles, and they use a special, what they call GPS system, to target the tumor and inject it with these polymer nanoparticles. And these nanoparticles will actually latch onto the nerves inside the tumor and will actually kind of just dissolve the whole nerve membrane away, which shrinks the tumor down and prevents it from shredding or from spreading in the blood and metastasizing to the body, which is massive. Now, they showed in mice, the mice that were not treated showed growth rates of 8 times the normal rate, and the ones that were treated with the polymer showed a growth rate of only 3 times the normal rate. So way slower than the regular rate of growth. So that's huge, huge leaps and bounds. Technically, if you had a lump somewhere and you needed to have it shrunk for them to remove it, this could be a new way of doing that, coming probably pretty soon. I know that they have been really jumping leaps and bounds with cancer research lately. Now, again, this has not started human trials yet, and it will very soon here. Now, I will show the article really quick here because it is kind of cool. They have a really nice image here of, I would guess, what the polymer looks like, which I think is intriguing. And again, this was in a couple of different articles, so I'm going to post those all down below if you guys would like to do a little more research in there and dive into those. They are great reads. They're not super boring, and they don't get into a ton of the science, but they definitely explain it enough that it, makes sense. You're not doubting what they're telling you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So they did a good job. I'm definitely impressed with this research because I don't think it was what they intended to happen. I think they assumed it would shrink it a little, but to go after all the nerves and only the nerve cells inside the tumor and not in the body is even more impressive, that they were able to kind of pinpoint just the tumor. So this could save a lot of people in the future. Really great news. So again, it's not something you're going to see in the next 5 years. I'd say at least 5 years of research just with humans for sure. It sounds like they're done with mice. They got the results they wanted, so they will be moving on to human trials probably within the next 5 years. And then another 5 years after that would be your long-term results, and then the FDA approval. So 15 years, you'll see this probably come around. But good news for everybody out there, because if you don't have cancer, and there's just a good chance that we will all end up probably getting some form of it at some point. So just any research is good research there. So I like that kind of news and mentality. But that kind of sums up our show today. We had a lot more news, but we were trying to kind of keep it short and sweet this week. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Definitely check out the geocaching episode we posted this week as well. And definitely grab some of that good weather while you can before it's gone, because honestly, I think weather is really, the winter's trying to really make its mark on the East Coast anyway. Holy moly.
It's getting chilly here. It ain't fun.
Yeah, we went from a balmy, 80s and 70s to straight 40s and 50s Fahrenheit. So it's real been tough, unfortunately, for us over here. Now in Michigan, we're used to that. So, I mean, whatever. But.
Last little bit of info, by the way. Jay, yesterday, got my third dose of the vaccine booster.
Nice.
Feeling good.
Great.
Got my flu. That reminded me.
No, you're good.
We're going in.
No, that's great. My 6-month deadline is tomorrow.
People are indoors. They're going to be closer to people, and even pre-COVID, this is when everybody starts getting sick. You're generally not outdoors as much. You're in more close quarters.
Exactly.
So
yep.
Get your flu shot. Get your vaccine. If you haven't already been vaccinated, go do it.
Right.
If you are eligible, go and get your booster.
Definitely. Please.
Again,
we beg of you.
I know at some point we're going to do an episode on COVID and vaccines.
It's coming.
It's very hard to put one together in the way that we want it, because everything changes almost daily. It might have to be, like a retrospective episode a year from now, or for the last 2 years, like
looking back at this chaotic mess.
At the end of the day, we stand by the science. We stand by the understanding the vaccine is safe. It is not experimental.
No.
They've been working on this sort of thing for over a decade.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. This is not new technology.
The statistics and all of the data coming out has proven it's safe no matter what. You talked about FDA approval for that cancer treatment. The FDA just recommended emergency authorization of the Pfizer vaccine for its 5 to 12, 5 to 11, I would say. get your kids vaccinated. It's no different than getting them vaccinated for chickenpox, measles,
It's
and
exactly
all of those.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
it's
There are
exactly in
no,
that same boat as well. You know, it's kind of like the
yeah,
HPV vaccine because that's
no
even
lying, no fake
right.
stuff. If 5G had anything to do with the vaccine, then I'd have it up here in northern Michigan, and I
Right.
don't. Just
Yeah.
your damned
Yeah,
vaccine.
get
I'm
the
sorry.
vaccine. Watch my 5G explained episode if you really want to break down that side of the myth. And
Most views of any of our episodes, honestly.
mhm. Yep. So
Just
definitely.
kind of cool.
I'm sorry. Say again.
It's cool
Oh
that
yeah.
our first episode has the most
Yeah.
views.
Yeah, and that's awesome. I
What
love
are
that. I know we're over 100 some views on that one, and that one also has a huge amount of views outside of the United States, like a big
are
audience.
we really that many views? I didn't even
Yeah.
notice. Yeah, 137 views. That's
Yeah,
cool.
last time I checked, it was 120 something. So yeah, we've already jumped up another 10. Definitely check that one out. I know again my background isn't as exciting, and it was like my very first main episode, so it's really rocky at best. But it is extremely important information. I'm probably gonna have to redo that one at some point.
No, we still don't know what we're doing. I mean, we know that we're dealing with all these file issues. Yeah, everybody, our computers hate each
Yeah,
other.
they do.
It sends me for. If anybody out there has a suggestion, let us
Yeah,
know.
I really think
Evil
our
report,
issues with our Google
and
upload.
then he uploads it, and I can play it from my phone, and it plays fine. But when I try to plug it into my computer or Premiere, the audio is
Yeah.
off, and I don't know why. The audio doesn't sync.
Yep.
When I play it on my phone, the audio skips,
Yep.
and we have clues. So if you know something, please tell us. We're pulling our hair out,
Yeah.
and I don't have that left. So
I do, and I would like to keep it.
yeah, we're up to almost 1,200 views. I just checked.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you everybody for that because we really appreciate it. It has been a real long week, and we're almost to a year as well, which is fantastic. So we're getting there. I think February is officially our full year mark.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
think January or February, somewhere in there. So we're getting there. We're getting really close to the end of our first year, which is fantastic, and bumping into season 2, technically speaking. But yeah, again, we have a bunch of new episodes coming out. I'm trying to cram a bunch together, and I'm trying to get my data to my editor safely without it being scrambled, because that seems to be our issue. Again, if you guys have any help with that, please use that email above. Or if you have any questions, comments, leave them below, and we will reply right away, usually within 24 hours or less. At the email above, again, send those pumpkins in, let us know, and show us what you guys have done, and we'll rate them next week on our show. Otherwise, yeah, that was a great show today, guys. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as well, and we will see you guys all next time. Have a great day. I know I learned something new, and I hope you guys did too. Take it easy, everybody.